It's on the topic how to manage a study while working, or how you can manage study and work. Or this is the very common question. Comes in all international students who are going abroad to do their study, because if you're going to anywhere outside of India, there is a mandatory condition, or like it's not mandatory, but there is a situation where you need to work while you're studying, because you have to pay your expenses, you have to pay your bills, you have to pay for your food, you have to pay for each and everything, you have to pay your rent, because you're not living with your family. I know, like, if you're like very rich, if you're very rich, and doesn't matter if you have expense, you can still pay it through your parents' pocket money. I'm not from them, I'm not belongs from that community. So I had the situation where I need to pay my bills, and I need to study, and I need to postgraduate. I need to complete my graduation, postgraduate over here, and I also have to do my job as well. You have to work as well, and you have to give your 100% while working. So guys, what I want to talk about, how you manage, how you're going to do your study, get the good grade, as well as do your job and get 100% in quality. It's a big bummer for all the international students who are coming outside of their zone or from their place where they used to live, and get adjusted in this whole world, in this whole new world. Trust me, this is not something which you do every day in your life while in your own country. You have to go through this, and like each and every student has to follow this, or they have to do this. Let's start this conversation. I know this is one-way conversation, but I hope so you guys will get the all information at the end. So when I initially came in Canada, before coming over here to Canada, I was doing my graduation back in India, and I did my graduation from software engineering. That was the BTech I did back in India. But the situation was totally different when I was in India, or any one of you who are watching my video, if they were in their native country, I'm not talking about the Canada, Australia, all these countries, but I'm talking about basically from India. Let's relate to India. When I was in India, when I was doing my graduation there, it's kind of a general situation for all the students. Their parents used to send the money to their children who are outside, who are pursuing their graduation, for each and every expense. The parents are responsible for their expense, no matter what. Like if you're paying for the gas, if you're paying for your study, if you're paying for the rent, if you're paying for your food, everything comes from your dad's pocket.
Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about?
So I heard, like many people heard about it. Dad's ATM is my ATM. So like they use their parent money, or I use my parents' money when I was doing my graduation, when I was in India. And I don't have to do anything. I have only one thing to do, which is my study. And that was the 4 year I spent there. I was doing only my study, enjoying my study life, my graduation life with my friends. I was going on outing and everything, but I had no responsibility other than my study. I have to just study. And I still think about it, many students who are in India, they are not even capable enough to do their study. They are still not capable enough to get the good mark. So just think about it. If you're coming in Canada, you have to do the job plus your study. How you guys going to manage? That is the big bummer, big bummer for all the students who are just doing study back in India and they come over here. And I heard like many of my friends who came in Canada, they didn't even did the graduation like living in totally different city or state. They did the graduation while living in their home. So like they have nothing to do. They just go to the college and come back to their home, like doing your school like until 12th grade. Just mom pack your backpack and everything, dad drop you to the school, and they will pick you back to the home. That was the same thing many of my friends they did when they were doing their graduation. But my story is a little bit different. I did graduation apart from my city. I was like living 1,000 kilometers away from my parent. So that was not the situation where my parent used to help me every day for the daily life while doing the graduation. So I was the responsible, but my parents were sending money to me for my daily expense. My parents are paying like 3,200, like nearly. It was like, I'm talking about the expense when I was in the first year of graduation in 2010. But let's talk about when you come to Canada. You have to do two different things. The very first thing, you have to do your study. You can't get zero. You are not allowed to fail in the exam, and you have to do job. I know many students thought like, why I have to do job because I paid for my GIC. But again, ma'am, like the GIC will end at the end of the day after a year or after a 2 year, and then you have to do job. So it's kind of a mandatory condition, or it's kind of a part of your life. You have to do job. You have to do something to live your life. You can't just do a study throughout your life. You can't just stay at home without doing anything. You need money. So when you need money, you have to do job. But the situation for an international student is totally different. It's kind of a totally different environment other than where you live from your childhood. It's kind of a totally different place. You don't know anyone, you don't know the street, you don't know the people, you don't know where you get what thing. So that's kind of a totally unknown place where you're going, and now you come over here to survive your life. And I was in the same situation. So I started my journey. I started my postgraduate from here, from Lambton, Sarnia, and I was doing my graduation. While doing graduation, I was trying to find out a job. I printed out my resume. My friend helped me to format the resume. I printed out my resume and like gave to every store, every place where I can reach personally, because that matter a lot when you're giving your resume or when you're talking to someone in person. And I did, but it was my bad luck. Many of my friends who are in Canada, they got the job, but me not. I had to wait for 6 months. After 6 months, I got my very first job as a customer service in Fido. But I was always thinking, why my other friend got the job, why not me? Maybe I'm not eligible, or maybe I'm not capable, or maybe I don't have that much skill, blah blah blah. But in the meantime of the 6 months, I was trying to prepare myself because I was not very fluent in English. So I tried to improve my English. I tried to cover up to my courses. I tried to get the good mark, because as all you guys know, when you come in Canada, The study is not very simple because the whole lecture is in English. You will see multicultural people sitting around you. Some people from Nigeria, some people from Canada, some people from Philippines, Mexico, Australia, US, many places. Everywhere you're surrounded with all those people. You have to know everyone. And the basic thing here, the study is totally practical based. Nothing is theory, trust me. Like nothing is theoretical. I know when I was in India, when I was doing when I was doing my bad, not the post graduation, when I was doing my graduation, everything was theoretical. You have to just rectification, like you have to just remember and give your answer. Just learn the whole answer, or just keep the memory strong, keep your answer in your mind, and just type it and just write it down. That was I did when I was doing my software engineering back in India. But when I came over here, I don't know, but according to me, what I heard so far from many people, they told, hey Matt, the course you choose is the toughest course. It was ITP, Information Technology Professional, where I had to deal with the two different things, management plus IT. It doesn't include coding. So that was the relaxation part for me, because I don't want to go in coding. So I joined that course, I started, and I was like, the very few days, or you can say 1 or 2 weeks, I realized like I'm not getting anything. Like whenever our teacher was asking anything, I was like, yeah, I got it, yeah. But at the end, what we used to do, or like the 90% of students who are sitting around me, what they used to do, they used to talk, hey, what he said, hey, what he told us to do the assignment, hey, what, like we had bunch of questions throughout the class, and the way we the way we show in the class that we know everything, yeah, we got everything, yeah, you don't need to repeat anything, yeah, we got it. So that that's the same thing I used to do, but I wasn't here for the same thing. I came here to do something different. So I started learning few more things. I started get together with my friends. I started asking questions to my faculty, or to my teachers, or to my instructors, but I wasn't getting that time. So it was a very good relationship with my instructor and with me. And like our study was like 1 day class, another day for the same class, for the same lecture, for the same subject what we did. Second day you have to do the practical exam. Third day you have theory, and you have to pass in all exam. The instructor will also calculate how much you're attentive, how much questions you're asking throughout the session. He gave mark on that as well. It's not like India, yes, I got it, and you don't know anything, and then like you will go outside and talk to someone else. No, they want you to be like attendable over there, physically and mentally. You have to attend the class, you have to ask the question, you have to do the cross question, so that class will be not boring and you will get as much as information. Just think about it, like if you're sitting in 5 people of group, and like every 5 people are asking questions, you will get clear answer for whatever the doubts you have. So that was the environment when I was doing my ITP. So session, practical, theory, and the grade. So whatever the grade, like if you learn the first lesson, you have to do with the same process: session, practical, theory, and the grade. So whatever the grade you got in that session for that particular lesson, that will add in your final grade. So just think about it. If you fail in that, if you got 0, if you got A-, or if you got B or C or D ranking, that's the percentage amount of mark will add in your final grade. So it's like kind of a mandatory situation for us. You have to achieve good. You can't just say no. It's okay. What if you fail, you will pass in the next exam? No. It's not like India, guys. So you have to do your study very well. You have to get your good marks. So just think about it. Let's not talk about something forcefully. Like I paid 18 lakhs to come over here. What my parents expect from me, what I expect from me, I have to pass the exam, or I have to just fail and I will try my next time. No. So that was my responsibility. I have to pass the exam, and after passing the exam, I was looking for another job for the 6 month, which I haven't got it. I came in the January, like December 28th, I landed over here. So that was the starting of the Jan, and it was the winter time. And in the winter time, anywhere you go in Canada, the business slow down. So I stuck with that, and I didn't got the job for at least a 6 month. And after 6 months, I gave 3 attempts for my first job. What I got, and for the two assessment I failed, and I gave the third assessment after a month. So I got the very first job I got in April 2016. That was the FIDO customer service, and I got it. But still, that's not the end, because like for the 6 month I was like, it was not for the 6 month, it was 4 month. My bad. My apology. So for the 4 month I was only doing study. Now I have 2 different things: study with job. So I have to do 2 different things, and I have to manage it. So as I told you, my course was toughest course what I heard in my college. So how we used to manage, why I'm talking we, because other friends, they are also doing job, they are also doing study. So how we used to manage, suppose our classes start at 8:30. I have to leave my home at like nearly 8, and the bus took like 15 minutes to reach college from my home. 15 minutes, within a 15 minute, always went to cafeteria to grab the coffee and attend the class. My classes start from 8:30 to 4:30, and after that I always have to go to job. It was like 4-hour job every day, because you're allowed only to do 20 hours in a week. I'm going to show the little bit clip at the end of the conversation. What are the mandatory conditions if you're an international student, what you can do and what you can't do. So 20 hours of job every day. I'm doing 4 hours for the 5 days, and 2 days off in the college and 2 days off in my office. So from 8:30 to 4:30 I was attending my school, and after that 5:30 I had my another bus which dropped me to my office area. It took another 15 minutes because it was the next stop from my college. So that was the situation. It's sometime, because I'm from ITB, because I'm from the computer, we had like many project work, many group work, many assignments which are due. What I used to do, I used to complete all those assignments. So now talk about how you manage your study while doing your job. So if any assignment given by any lecturer or any faculty or any instructor, I tried my best to complete that assignment, any due work, in the same duration while I'm in the college or while I'm in the college premises. I always try my best to complete all those things. And if anything left after that, I finish my job, and again I come back to my school, and I had to finish all this work. So every day I used to reach my home nearly 12 a.m. and then again I have to study, I have to cook food. So I have to do a study. Why I'm saying, because like every early morning you always have test at every alternate day. So study, practical and theory. So this is how I passed my post-graduation, and I did my job. And so that was the thing, guys. Like, but once you complete your study, you're free. 40 hours of job, and that's it. No study, nothing. No study for throughout the life. If you really want to do further study, you can do it. But that was the thing. So I tried to use my time as much as I can. I spend my 4 hours, 4.5 hours, or nearly 5 hours to my job. After that, throughout the day, I try to finish my assignment. I try to cook the food for me. I have to go for the grocery in the weekends, and that's how you manage. But you have to do. It's not like India, guys. Nothing exactly as India. You live your life. So trust me, if you guys are coming, be ready for new life. It's not same as you lived in India. So this is what I want to share with you guys, like how I manage my study, how you guys need to manage your study. If you need any help anywhere, how you can manage, how you can do the time management for your study, or how can you manage your things. If you're new to Canada, comment below, let me know. I will definitely answer you and I will help you. If you need help in finding a job, let me know in the comment box. I will also help you. Thank you guys. Stay safe and be happy. Bye bye.